Hello and welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I am doing May Project Life 2021. So I'm just doing the first 12 by 12 pocket page. So for May I end up doing two 12 by 12 sides and a 6 by 12 insert in the middle, along with I did quite a few layouts, 12 by 12 layouts for this month, so that's why there's less pocket pages, because I just decided to put a lot more of the photos onto actual layouts. So here I'm just literally picking out cards. So I'd already gone through and picked out using the Simple Stories Hello Today collection that I've been using throughout this Project Life album for each month, which is the top left 6 by 4 card is being used in each month with the month's name. But I'd bought the Studio Calico printable sets in July. They were down to $1, which worked out at 70p. So I bought 3 of those collections. So I just went through and picked out a couple of those cards that I thought would go quite nicely and took out some of the other ones. I also cut down some of the photos so that I could fit some behind them, just because I realised it was quite a photo heavy one if I left them all at 12 by 12, and a lot of them, like that picture of my burger, chips and Pims that looks a bit more like a beer, didn't need to be so big. So I just cut that one down, and then even with the picture of me and Kieran on the sofa, I just decided to cut the slightest bit off the top and the bottom. I couldn't really take much more off, but it just gives me another opportunity to add some colour. So as you can tell, I've gone for yellow and pink as my theme, just because it matches that top May card and I really like how it looked. So as you've been seeing, I just cut out some little labels, which are an Elle Studio stamp that I've stamped out on a piece of card and then cut down so that they're easier to store and flick through. And now I'm just going through and journaling a bit. These are all kind of bitty bits because all of the proper events have got their own proper layout, so it's just all the little bits that I would like to still remember. A lot of food and this was exam month for me, so that's why I've included a picture of Kieran revising and us on the sofa, because that's what we were doing in the evenings most nights. So this was kind of the first half of May was just exams. Kieran had me the exams the whole of May, but I had a lot more going on the second half, so that's why there's so many events, because I actually started having proper days out, and so that was quite fun. So here I've just stuck everything down. I think I'm just cutting out some more labels to put on and talk about a bit. I find it really hard because I'll pull out something like this one side and I'll forget what I'm scrapbooking the other photos. So actually one side of the 6 by 12 insert was just about exams, so I think I write on that little label with a picture of Kieran about exams, but I didn't realise that I had more photos where I could write that. So I think I really need to be more conscious to look at everything that I'm including for the month, rather than just looking at this spread, because obviously I wanted to make sure that if this was the only chance I had to include something about exams, I did, because obviously that was the first half of my month and the whole of Kieran's month. But I really need to be more mindful to look at everything, and I do include a clip of the whole month as at the end. I just only recorded this first bit because I find it's a bit repetitive, and also I ended up actually doing it at my boyfriend's house, so I couldn't really record it. So that yellow sheet on the side with all the little word phrases is actually just, I went onto Word and I looked at other word strips, and I literally just wrote out anything that I thought I would actually use, and then I've just printed it out onto cardstock. In Word I just highlighted it all and made it highlight it, or make the background of it the colour I wanted, and then turned the text to white. The one that I'm currently cutting out is another Elle Studio stamp, and I'm really struggling with this May card because I really like them, but I also feel like I have to add something to them to make them a bit more interesting, because they are a bit boring sometimes. That is just the words. So I'm this time adding some labels and some word stickers, and I'm still not enjoying how that looks, so I do end up getting some sequins out, which is kind of my go-to to make them just that bit more fun. So I then get some gold stars out, and I don't think I like how that looks either, so I just keep playing around. And I first try these little like pearl dots. I really like these. I got them in the range here in the UK. It's just a rainbow of colours, but they're really nice colours. So I try that first. I don't like it. I still feel like it needs more. So I go and get these little star sequins that I got off AliExpress. And then I feel like it looks a bit weird just having them on one card. So I go through and put them on some other bits. And I just kind of put them around all of the titles of the 3 cards that kind of have journaling on them. And then on the good stuff filler card, which is from the Simple Stories Hello Today collection, I also add some on there. So it's really starting to come together and I'm liking how it's looking. I sometimes find it really hard to know when to stop. Like, I keep feeling like I can add a little bit more and add a little bit more, and I forget, and I almost need to write myself like a list of all the things that I can kind of add to a layout to make it feel more finished. So this is what this spread ended up looking like. I've just done some close-up shots of all of the little bits I've added and the photos. I find it quite interesting because some photos I can leave blank and it looks fine, and other times I leave photos blank and it looks a bit funny. So like that bottom left one is blank and it looks fine to me, but in another spread I might decide that looks completely strange. So this is how it ended up looking for the other one. So on that backside there you can see I've written about exams, and I had a whole 3x4 card to write about it, and then also celebrating exams at the bottom of that part. And then on the other page is some more fun stuff that I did after exams had finished. So I'm just showing you a little close up. The washi tapes are the Jen Hatfield Reaching Out, and then this side again a lot of Studio Calico and that same Simple Stories collection to make up this side. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel.